Happy New Year. Can you all hear me? Okay, I'm gonna have to put my phone on. Do not disturb. Alright, I'm gonna wait till a few of you jump in here as YouTube has been unsubbing even my most faithful followers. They even unsubbed my mom. So it's happening. Okay, so let's see. All right, 43 people. That's good enough. I'm just going to get right into this, and please forgive me for my speech as my tongue is still kind of swelling from biting at my sleep. But regardless, so I heard the phone call that Oney, he called Laura, and it was really, really interesting. And I'm going to rewind a little bit, okay? Back on November 11th, I believe, I'm not sure if that was the same day or the day before, the day that Laura had CPS called on her. And I noticed that Oney had given her a super chat, right? I immediately texted Marissa when I seen that, and I said, wow, where there is money, there is Oney. And she kind of got upset with me at the time because her and Oney were still talking. So, fast forward to around the 15th of November, I get a phone call from Oney. Earlier in the month of November, around the 8th, Oney had sent me an email that I had not seen. He's like, please call me as soon as you can. And I was like, All right. And the way gaslighters work is when you're hot on their trail, they will try to manipulate the fact and try to make you believe differently, right? Can I get an amen? I was already on to Oney 2 weeks before even any of this came out. I was on to him. Okay? So, fast forward to him and Marissa giving me a phone call around the 15th, I think. Don't hold me to that day, right? Oney says to me, I wanted to talk to you because out of all the YouTubers, you are the only one that I respect at the moment. You know the truth. You're the only one I respect. Then I heard Oney's phone call to Laura. What does he say to Laura? You're the only one that I respect out of YouTube besides Gray Hughes. I'm like, interesting. I was hot on his trail. He told me the same thing that he told Miss Laura. So Laura was starting to think that he was the CPS caller. Now, I'm not blaming him for that, but you just put two and two together. Think about this for a second. Her CPS call happens. He calls her at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, by the way, it wasn't me that called when he was not even on her radar. Now he calls her out of the blue. We think out of the blue. Who knows why he called her? Oh, by the way, you're the most respectful YouTuber besides Gray Hughes. He told me the same exact thing. And I told him on that phone call with him and Marissa. I was like, look. And I told Jay the same thing. And this was right after Jay had given her evidence. I was like, look, I do not blame someone until there's evidence. You got to kind of put yourself in a jury pool, right? You don't want to convict somebody of something without evidence. So for him to tell Laura, hey, you're the most respectful YouTuber, she's on to him. He is gaslighting you, Laura. He is wanting to make you think that he is not the suspect. I'm not saying he is. But I found that really odd. He told me the exact same thing. I was already hot on his trail. Ding, 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 big red truck. I heard that and I was like, Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? How many other people, Oney, have you said, I respect you. You're the only one I respect out of all of YouTube. I was on to you, Oney, and you knew it. You knew it. Trying to gaslight me. Are you freaking kidding me? 3 a.m. call saying, oh, by the way, it wasn't me that called. Huh. This is all just, it's not a bit funny. I'm laughing sarcastically. What I do find funny is the fact that when it was bold face put right in front of him, he denied that that was his voice. He's caught in a corner. He doesn't want to realize, and I think he's actually believing his own lies here. What's up, old school for God? Yes. Gaslight 101. And I know you all are sick of hearing. I know you all are sick of hearing gaslighting. I know it. Trust me, I'm sick of talking about it. I have been very quiet on this whole issue. I hardly ever try to go live, bring drama to my channel. You know, I speak when I think it's relevant. But when I heard, and I was sleeping a lot, I missed a lot that happened. I heard that phone call. I was like, are you kidding me? He said the same exact thing to Laura that he did to me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All I hope is that the state does decide to prosecute. That way, there's no money that has to be put out, and the state is going to prosecute. Mr. A, this is on the other side of YouTube. Nothing to do with our crew. Just, it's a lot that I can't really explain at the moment. But the other people that are watching know. But we have somebody that has been caught, basically, swatting other YouTubers. He's been caught, and he's trying to gaslight people into thinking that he's not the caller. He disguised his voice. And he also made a comment and said, well, why wouldn't I have used like a voice changer? Well, guess what, Oney? The reason you didn't use a voice changer is because you know that the police can decrypt those things. That's why you didn't use a voice changer. You try to play stupid. You try to manipulate people. You gaslight, and it's so freaking obvious. No, I've not listened to Jay's last night with Kim. I've not got a chance to do that. I've just been sent little clips of stuff here and there, and I'm like, wow. And I probably should have listened to that before I went live, but I heard that, and I was like, wow. He told me the exact same thing because he knew I was hot on his trail. That's the way these people work. If they know that you're on to them, they are going to try everything possible to try to get you off of their tail. So, I really didn't feel like going live. I really didn't feel like talking about this. I have had a headache for 2 days straight. There's the link if anybody wants to put their 2 cents in. And Pookie, yeah, you know, I heard Laura ask about your situation. Oh, well, the Cash App went right to her. That's because you made up that Cash App to look like it was hers. Pookie's not stupid. She didn't get the money, Oney. There you go, gaslighting again. He said it was a voice changer. Yeah, with his vocal cords. Yeah, so here's the thing about biting my tongue. I continued to bite it throughout the day yesterday, and I was like, I need to stop this. And Clarendon D I've been taking that for the last few days, and I think that was causing me to want to bite my tongue. I'm not joking. So I haven't taken it yesterday or today, and I haven't wanted to bite my tongue. So stay away from that Claritin D. It helps drain the stuff up in your sinuses, but don't, it makes you want to bite your tongue. Yeah, cat got your tongue. I thought about that, Kimmy C. That's funny. But seriously, Oni, just give it up. You've been caught. You're in a corner. Just admit to your wrongdoings and you pay the price. Pay the price. I really hope all of these people that have had all these calls on them get together, their police stations, make a group effort to prosecute. The whole freaking year of 2019 was all of this drama, and he was banking off it the whole time. He was sitting back, watching everybody fight, laughing. Even when the evidence is put right in front of him, he still denies it. I think he's convinced himself of his own lies. Old school, you're funny. Yeah, Shell. I completely agree. He never will as long as he has Connie. So Connie is still believing? I've seen Connie in the chats. She's still believing the BS. And another one, Water Ski Mom. She's been nothing but good to me. I just pray that she sees the light. You know, it's really hard when you think you have a friend, you take up for them, and then, hey, Pookie, you take up for them. I don't know. You're gonna have to join back, Pookie. I pressed plus, but you dropped out. Um, it's really hard when you have a friend. You take up for them. You try to believe them. You yourself are in denial because you want to think the best of them. And they haven't done you wrong, right? Okay, got you now. Hey, honey.
Hey,
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you? Hold on, let me pause my YouTube.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard him on that phone call with Laura, and he was like, "Oh, that Pookie T thing. You know, the Cash App goes right to her account. That was because he made up that account to look like it was you. Correct? Am I wrong on that?
Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about because
Okay.
Kim brought that to my attention last night. And I
Mhm.
was like, wait a minute. I got like 5 donations to my Cash App, one of which was Oney. And she was like, well, did you get a big donation? And I was like, I got one from Barbie, but it wasn't the amount that she was saying she sent. So I'm not sure if he may have been dropping two different links. I don't know.
And here's the thing. That was on D Live, right?
That was on D Live and YouTube.
Oh, it was YouTube. So
He did
basically,
both.
we can't validate what links those were because YouTube, is gone. His YouTube is gone, and then D Live does not replay the chat unless he has it on his screen. But then you can't click on those links if it's shown on the screen. So either way, we're screwed because we can't validate that.
Right, and Water Ski Mom was one of the people that donated to me. That's why she's in the background going, I know if I can prove that. Da, 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 da. Well, I can prove she did too. I'm not. I never said she didn't. But the other links that they were dropping was going toOni's mom, his Lino, his super chats. I didn't know any of that
Why was Oni's mom? Why was a link even made for her if you had your own Cash App link? That's what I don't
because
understand.
people couldn't download or didn't want to download the Cash App to donate to it. They wanted to
Okay.
use PayPal or whatever, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't even present for the live is what's messed up. I
Are
was
you
sick.
kidding me?
No, I was sick. I texted him that day and I was like, "Look, I'm incredibly sick. I'm tired. I I don't think I'll be able to do it." And he went ahead and did it anyways. Kept trying to call me, kept texting me, and I was asleep.
Wow.
So he
So
did that all while I was asleep.
he knew you weren't going to be able to be present, right? He knew you
Yeah.
were sick, so he knew you wouldn't be able to validate the amounts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Validate, sorry.
You're
My
fine.
tongue's slipping.
You're good.
But so, okay, let me ask you this.
Okay.
From what you've gathered, how much should you have received versus what you received?
I received $125 altogether on my Cash App.
Okay.
Kim said she gave him 100. Barbie said she gave him 100. Other people
There's
had said
$75 right there and accounted for.
I well no Barbie. I don't know if Barbie even actually donated the $50 to me. Like Kim was saying, she donated. Barbie told her she gave me $100. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's
But you
weird.
didn't receive the 100 from Barbie specifically. You only received 50 from her,
Right.
right?
Right. And then Kim sent 100. Other people have told me they donated, but they never said how much. And it does, to me, it doesn't matter. It's just,
Yeah, the amounts really don't matter, but it kind of goes along with, hey, this is proof that he was conniving and manipulating other people for his own benefit, his own gain.
right. Right. And then I was, I just, I don't understand. Like, I understand, but then again, I don't. It's hard for me to wrap my head around because I've always been that person to help people, give people my last dollar, do,
And that's
you know,
exactly how I am too.
and then when you can't, you don't want to, I don't have, I don't have it in me to ask for help. The only person I ever asked for help was my mom, because that's my mom.
Right.
I don't have it in me to ask for help, so I can't, I don't know how.
Yeah, and you're really not wanting, it's not like you're going here, here, here because you want that money given back to you. That's not the point of the matter. The point
Right,
of the matter is he took advantage of somebody that was sick, somebody that needed help, and knew people would donate, used two different platforms, knowing donations would come from all over, posted this link, this link, this link, and then tried to manipulate you and make you look like the bad one because he knew that you weren't going to get the full amounts. So
right,
when you would end up speaking about it, he tried to make you look like the bad person and not him. Oh,
right.
well, we made a cash app for her. The links were going right to her account.
Yeah, he did
That was
have me
a
make a
fake
cash app.
cash app.
He had me make a cash app, and then apparently he made one too.
Hmm.
I guess because he was the first person that sent me money on Cash App, so he knew what picture I used, what name I used.
Wow.
So because
So
he
in
had me create
turns, he was
like
able to create a fake one that looked identical to yours.
right.
Now, do you have the link to the Cash App that he used?
No, see, this is
Okay.
I never knew there was a fake one until last night when Kim
Because
said
you weren't
something.
present and there was no
Right,
way to pull it back up.
right. I never
How
even knew.
sneaky can you get, you
I
guys?
never knew. Yeah. I
Wow.
That's why I got on Jay's live with Kim last night because I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what?" He was dropping a fake link and my real link, but apparently he was dropping the fake link more than my real link because, like I said, I only had 5 people donate.
And two people said they donated $100 a piece, but yet you only got 125. $75 right there is unaccounted for.
Well,
That
Kim
was
said she
probably
donated.
pocketed to Oney.
Kim said she donated straight to Oni to give to me.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
didn't receive that $100 from
Mm,
Oney?
no,
Wow.
or none of the money that people sent to his mom on PayPal.
And you can't do a chargeback on the Cash App, correct?
I have no idea.
I heard that you can't. I've never dealt with Cash App. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine.
I have no idea.
PayPal, you have up to 6 months to do a chargeback. Cash App, you cannot. No
Mm.
wonder he stopped using PayPal.
He got
Or,
kicked off PayPal.
huh?
He got kicked off PayPal.
Oh,
Is what he was telling everybody. What he told me, he got kicked off PayPal, or
was that back from Periscope days?
I have no idea.
Huh. Interesting.
I have no idea. I just I don't know. You know it, but I stopped speaking out. Because I was getting so much hate.
Hmm.
People, saying I was trying to monetarily gain from this, and it wasn't.
Yeah, just
I'm
because
not.
you were speaking about it doesn't mean that no, no. We're just trying to prove his lies to the people that are still trying to stand up for him and still believe that he's not capable of doing these things. And here's another thing I want to bring up too. He had mentioned on the call with Laura about the puppygate thing or the animal scam. When I pulled up that domain, there was a phone number that was linked that had bad reviews, and under those reviews for that domain said that there were animal breeders that were scamming people. I never once said that he was scamming people with I just found it kind of odd that there was a correlation between that phone number on that domain and what had happened to somebody else. You know,
Right.
speaking of Marissa with the whole
Right.
pug thing, I'm just sorry. I don't believe in coincidences. I never said, Oney, that you were part of the puppy gate or the pug gate or whatever you want to call it. Never once in that video, never once on the live stream have I stated, yeah, that was him. He was part of it. No, I said the number under the domain under akasha.com was linked with puppy scams or cat scams. I
Right.
just found it odd. Put two and two together, think what you want. I mean, because when you register for a domain, you have to put a phone number. Now, that Teskins.com, I think, is who was his domain. Maybe that they put that information, but still, he was linked to a domain that was tied to scams. And plus, here's the thing, whether Teskins.com did it or he did it, his Akasha.com was linked to three different countries. I'm sorry, but a small website like that, that's usually for like larger companies that need to have the three countries because they're so large. A small domain, a small website, there is no need for three countries to be linked unless they're doing some shady freaking crap. No telling how many jars, cookie jars he's got his hands in.
Right.
How does he keep up with this? I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it makes you really, really wonder. All this stuff coming out, it's like, what is he capable of?
Right. And I feel bad for all the people that did donate that got robbed.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
not.
that's the same as being a thief, and that's one thing I cannot stand. There's two things I can't stand: as a liar and a thief.
Right. And wasn't it that night? Like, I'm almost positive, and I'm not trying to like take credit or anything, but the night that I came on Jay's panel and actually told my story for the first time, wasn't that the night we put two and two together about Jessica's mom
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Brittany's mom?
yeah. Because you all had was like, oh my gosh, she didn't receive the $725. Never did she receive that. And did she come into the chat or did she like get a hold of Jay?
No, I think John and Jay reached out to her,
Okay,
and
okay.
that's when. But she's not worried about the money, and I'm not either. Like, I'm not.
No,
I
the
don't.
money, no. The money is not the issue. It's the general the census of the whole thing. It's like, wow, how low can you go?
Yeah. How
You're
sad are
messing
you?
you're
You
messing
know.
with people's hearts, people's minds. You're trying to manipulate, you're trying to gaslight people to thinking something completely different than what you did.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
Right.
You know, he doesn't realize that in order to have respect, you need to be honest. People would respect him so much more if he just, put his hands out and said, okay, I did this, I did that, I'm guilty. But no, he keeps deflecting and manipulating and trying to gaslight people. Just like he told Laura when I first came on here, I said, hey, Laura's the most respectful YouTuber besides Gray Hughes, is what he told her. Why? Because she was hot on his trail. He wanted to get her off that trail. I was hot on his trail. He told me the same exact thing. I don't remember the specific date that that phone call happened on, but that was after I had texted Marissa after he'd made that donation to Laura for the CPS call or whatever when he donated to her. Because right before he donated to her, they had talked about there's a possible reward for links to whoever called. So what does he do? He donates, and then he calls her at 3:30 in the morning because there was what a award put out there. So I told Marissa, and she kind of got upset with me because she was still on the Oney side at the time. I said, "Wow, where there's money, there's Oney."
Yep.
And I know why Marissa was upset because she was trying to validate for her friend at the time. But I'll straight up be honest with you. What I think, I'm blunt. I don't try to hurt people's feelings, but I try to get to the truth. And once I saw that donation, I was like, wow. There probably would not have been a donation on Laura's stream if an award had not been mentioned. Just saying.
Yeah. See, I wasn't present for all of that. Like, didn't watch all those people. I only watched Oni. Like, he had me so snowballed. He had me off YouTube, actually, and go straight to D Live and just watch him on D Live. And then because, he was like, there's just so much hatred, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll go to D Live and watch you. And then all of a sudden, he was back on YouTube again. I was like, well, wait a minute. Why did I have to create a D Live account and go over here and do all this for you to go right back to YouTube? Like
Uh,
that
did
just,
you? I don't mean to interrupt you, but
yeah,
did you hear that he has another account? It's called Advocate.
yeah, but I haven't looked into it, and I really just, I don't know, I can't, like, I'm still subscribe or following his boyfriend Aaron on D Live, and he's apparently going live all the time now on D Live.
Oh, so what? Is he using Aaron's account to go live on D Live?
No, it's actually Aaron, but
Oh,
it's
it
just kind
is.
of convenient that now all of a sudden Aaron's doing like a 365-day stream challenge.
A what?
A 365-day stream challenge.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's just playing video games, like, but still, it's like, really? And, it makes me wonder, is he going to take Aaron's platform? Because now Aaron's got this big, you know, the OBS thing going and
How
all
many
that.
followers does he have?
400. But
Um,
who's to say that's not, you know, paid, paid, paid for?
what do you mean?
Because you have to pay, like, how he was paying for views. You can buy, apparently you can buy views and followers.
On D Live?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
it's just like, oh yeah, it's just like YouTube. How
Mm,
Oni was buying views on YouTube and all that. Because there was only like 3 people in the chat when I went there, but he's got 400 followers.
So it's
Yeah,
under Punk Prince on D Live.
yeah,
Well, think about this. With a 365-day stream, you're going to have to take a break. So I'm sure they're taking turns,
yeah. I don't know.
right?
Probably. I just went to
Interesting.
see if it was going to be actually Aaron or if it was going to be Oni, because I was like, I wouldn't put it past you. I wouldn't put it past you.
Yeah, advocate for what? So his channel was Oni, Onique, and then
Vanished,
Vanished,
expose.
Expose, and now Advocate.
Yeah,
So
he's
put all of
advocating for
those together.
himself. He's
Hmm.
advocating for himself. That's what he's advocating for. He's advocating for that paycheck. And apparently, it's a paid channel. Like, you have to pay to be a member of his channel.
Yeah, he has a subscriber base only, or I know Oni did. I can't say for Aaron because I haven't been on there. But does Aaron have it? Well, he doesn't have enough followers to have a subscriber base on D Live yet. Aaron doesn't.
No, I mean, the advocate channel I heard was on YouTube. And
Oh,
he had to. That's what was said. I don't know if that's true.
okay.
That's just what I heard
Yeah, I
last
haven't
night.
looked into it.
Yeah, I
But
haven't
here's the
either.
thing, just like the Vanished on D Live, instead of having the I, he had the lowercase L. Now that in itself is suspicious. If you're going to spell it a certain way, only certain people can find you. You know, you're going to spell something a totally different way. So advocate, what is it spelled with a zero instead of an O?
Who
I
knows?
mean, I don't know. But if you do have somebody's email address, you can search through YouTube that way to find them. Or if you search like their older channel, if they're using the same like Gmail, if you type in say Oney on YouTube, you can find, you know,
No, I'm blocked.
their new channels. You can still search through YouTube and find them.
Oh,
Even if just because you're blocked does not mean you can't watch them.
no,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I
No,
can't.
I wouldn't expect you to, but it's you know, I'm not saying it's hate watching, but you do want to keep up with shenanigans if there are still shenanigans for uh, current people that are going to be manipulated in the future. You don't want that to happen to anybody else.
Right, and that's true. But at the same time, like when I heard that phone call between him and Laura, it triggered me so bad. I literally was crying so hard, like I was throwing up.
Oh,
It
honey,
made
I'm
me sick.
sorry.
And I had no warning. Like I had no idea my name was even mentioned. I had no idea that call was existed. Nothing. So I had no idea. I just pop into a live and I hear him talking to Laura, and I'm like, "Oh wow, I'm so sorry," and I
He could
apologize.
not stand Laura.
And
And
I
for him to say, I respect you, you're the only one I respect, he told me the same thing. I wasn't even close to Oni.
Yeah, and I was apologizing to Marianne because when I came in, it was he was talking about Marianne, and she said, "Oh, just wait," and I'm like, so that kind of like threw me off, and I'm like, wait for how much worse can it get? And then my name was thrown out there, and I was like, why am I even being brought up? Leave me alone. Like seriously, I get you're trying to get to the bottom of it, but you know, at this point, I'm just so ready to be over it. It's like I wanted to be on this platform, you know, to do the same thing everybody else does. Why does everybody get on YouTube? They build a channel to
To be
create, right, to be heard, and people do it. Like everybody, it's like I can't work. I can't half the time. I can't leave my house. If I leave my house, I'm going to a doctor or I'm going to the hospital. You know, so it's my way of trying to, maybe make a little bit of money like through AdSense and all that. But I can't even do that because I'm too I don't know. I just like I got camera or not really camera shy, but it's like I don't know what to talk about. I get on there and it's like I feel like I'm talking to myself and that's no
Well,
fun.
you're still new at it. It will come to you. If you have to practice just by yourself, do that. But I remember when I first started, I'm still camera shy to this day.
Yeah,
And a lot of the times I don't turn on my camera because I have to constantly be getting up and down because of my joint issues and my neuropathy and stuff.
yeah,
So that's a lot of the reason why I don't get on camera, but I am camera shy. But I mean, it just comes to you after a while. You get used to it. You don't think, the whole world can be listening to you at this moment. You don't, you just put that aside. You get used to it. You get more comfortable the more you do it. But that's it. You have to do it more and more and more. Don't let any of that try to harbor you from doing what you want to do because
yeah.
you are hilarious. You have a sense of humor. That night when we were on Jay's panel, oh my gosh, that was so funny. I like belly laughed.
See, and
Like,
that's where I'm like I need someone with me, because I can't like if no one's chatting in the chat, like I have nothing to play on or and it's like I need a what I mean? It's like I need a co-host. But then I don't want to feel like I'm riding anybody's coattails either, or anybody's riding my coattails. It's like I want it to be equal. But then again, it's like, well, who do you ask? Who do you go to?
mhm.
And it's just, I don't know. I'm still like, I'm nervous just because like all the hatred that came my way from this was sad. It was sad. Like, I got called out. I got called up on Diane's panel, and people in the chat were coming for me, and it was like I didn't even know that I had made a mistake, and I I didn't, and I'm glad that that person, and it was random guy Jeff, and now it's like.
Oh, bless your
Bless her.
heart.
Right, you know, and we everything was cool after because I was like, I am so sorry. I apologized to the person that I used their name, and I apologized to him, and I was like, I thanked him. I'm like, thank you for bringing it to my attention that I even made a mistake because I can't fix it if I don't know I did it.
Right.
You know, and like everybody was like, "Whoa," because that doesn't happen. Like everybody's just they just want to fight, and I don't want to fight. I don't have it in me to fight. Like I will if I have to. If I'm, you know, if I know I didn't do it, I'm not gonna own it and say I'm sorry. But you know, I do remember talking about that person. I didn't think I said anything bad. You know, Marcia said was like, "Let me explain the situation." I was like, "Right on," but still at the same time, I get where he was coming from.
Right.
You know, and so then when I found out that he passed, I was just like, "Oh my god, I liked him so much because he
Mm-hmm.
was real. He was real, like
Mm-hmm.
for real." And I felt so bad, you know, and the world needs more people like that. Like,
I agree completely.
bring it to my attention. If I mess up, bring it to my attention so I can say, if I can own it, or I can say, hold on, you know, you took that wrong, or that's not what I meant, or, you know, but just to keep, you know, just people were calling me a panel hopper. I wasn't panel hopping. I was invited on Jay's panel. I was invited on Marsha's panel, and I was invited on Diane's panel. I got on Science Girl panel because, you know, why not? Why is it not allowed for people to
You're
have
relevant to what's going on. You should have a voice. You should
right?
be able to speak your truth. I don't see anything at all wrong with that. And I was hoping you were going to jump on tonight.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know I was going to go live. I have this headache that is just not going away, but I needed to get this out.
yeah. Well, I'm always like I watch you and I watch a lot of people now. A lot of people I watch silently just to see, you know, and just to kind of keep up on what's going on. So I don't have to hate watch. You know,
Right.
people do it for me. So I'm just like, cool, thank you, because
Well, I
literally
appreciate it.
hearing his voice just triggers me. Like when I went in and was hate watching Aaron on D Live earlier, just to see if he really was Aaron or if it was going to be him. I could hear his voice in the background, and
Oh,
it triggered me.
goodness.
It triggered me. It made me sick to my stomach, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
I'm done.
I had thought about playing that portion of the call, but I was like, no, there's no need in that. Everybody has already heard it. I really didn't want to hear it again myself, and I'm glad I didn't now because I don't want to trigger people such as you. You
Right.
know, if
Well,
people want to hear it, they can go to Jay's channel and listen to it without the extra whatever beeping and everything else that was added. And I think Mandy Bell is the one that edited that call for Laura, by the way, just in case anybody wants to know.
see, I
So,
don't even know who that is, and
mm,
you know, there's just I watch Katie. I miss
yeah,
this
I
wonderful.
was just watching her stream from this morning. My heart's breaking.
I know, and I live in Indiana, so I'm a user. That's you know, and I'm like, God, Katie, I feel for you so bad. Like I get it. I know. You know, I get what it's like not to know where the hell you're gonna lay your head. You know,
Right.
and I get what it's like. You know, she has so much support, and I'm so glad that she has that support
Mm-hmm.
because being a person that didn't, you know, it was scary. It's still scary. We never know from day to day. You know, we
Nope.
never know. And every day I wake up and I'm like, how are we going to do this today? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? You know, and it's just like, you just have to give it to God
And,
and go,
right.
you
And
know?
Katie, bless her heart, she puts it all out there. I mean, no strings attached. She puts it all out there for everybody to hear. She'll admit when she's wrong. And bless
Oh,
her
yeah.
heart, she's just pouring her heart out to everybody because, she has to have that closeness of everybody watching her. That's just how she is. And she's going through a really rough spot right now. She'll admit when she's wrong. I get it, but she's not been done right by no means
Mm-mm.
at all.
No, and
So,
they're just
prayers
trolling
for
the hell
Katie.
out
If
of
any
her.
of you all watch her, please pray for her because she really, really needs it right now.
Yeah,
If not now more than ever.
And she doesn't know I even exist. But that's not the point. I love her because she reminds me of me when I was younger. Like she's just a firecracker, and that's who I used to be.
Well,
You
she's
know,
authentic too, you know.
right? She's real. She wears her
Hmm.
heart on her sleeve at the bottom by her wrist, and I did too. Like you know, I have been through so many things in life that I could write a book. I could write a book. My mom said it would be called 50 Shades of Pookie. Literally, she's like, you can't make this stuff up, the things that you have been through. And I'm like, I can't. I really can't. But at the same time, it's now I'm paying for it because I let myself get so invested that it took my health. Like I feel like that's what drained me and what has gotten me sick. And I fight every day. Like every day. Every day is a struggle.
I hear you. I
And
have a
I'm
lot of issues myself, so I can
exactly.
relate.
I have to go 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I have to go for labs and scans.
Mm.
And you know, they still don't know what's causing it. They still don't know what's wrong with me. And it's like, is it just my mental? Am I mentally making myself sick because I'm so drained and I'm so exhausted? Is that possible? You know, I even asked my doctor. He's like, well, you know, no, but maybe we don't know.
Well, you're having labs done, so obviously something is not right, and you can't think for your blood to be out of whack. You can't
Right,
make that happen. So
right,
something's going on.
right. Well, I'm like they're testing me for lupus right now. Like I
Hmm.
got all that done and I'm just waiting. It's, you know, and I'm like, God, I hope not.
I hope not either. I'll keep you in my prayers, honey.
Right. And it's just, you know, every day I pray for everybody. I pray for everybody on here because everybody needs it, you know?
Oh yeah,
Everybody needs it because it's just like to go to bed every night. I know I go to bed with a clear conscience and a clear mind. I can't sleep if I know I've done something wrong. I can't sleep until I know
same.
I've righted it, you know? And it's like I felt like I had done something wrong when people were calling me these names and accusing me of this. And I'm just like, what did I do? I just wanted people to know that he's not only calling cops on people, he was also robbing people. And it
Hmm.
wasn't that I wanted people to know I was robbed. I wanted the people that donated to know they were robbed.
Right,
It didn't
right.
help me.
Because they donated to you, not to him.
Right, right. You know, and I wanted them to know because they had a right to know that, hey, you know, if you donated to me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, I hope he enjoyed it and he got much use out of it, more use than apparently I needed it for. But at the same time, I wanted them to know you're a victim too. The people who donated are victims too. You know, I may not have been swatted, and I may not have gone through what Marianne or Manny or makeup or whoever. I'm not real sure. I can't say who all was, you know, but I
Well, we really don't know who all he called the cops on right now, but there's just a chain of events that make us speculate. You
right,
know, we do know of two calls.
right,
Well, actually, three.
and then I heard last night on Jay's live that there are other silent people who have been swatted who are going to their
Really?
yes. Jay's
Wow.
live was very informative last night, but
You know what pissed me off too during that call? And I hate to interrupt you, but when he called Laura, he said something about Hello Starlight, like she didn't have a pot to piss in. Well, what are you trying
that's
to say, Oni? What are you trying to say, Oni? That they're not worth swatting? So
right.
the people that you swatted do have a pot to piss in? Is that why you swatted them? Like, really? What did that have anything to do with anything?
You
She
know
didn't have a
why?
pot to piss in.
You want to know why I think he did it? And this is just my opinion, and not take it for what it's worth. But I honestly think he was jealous. He was thinking they're gonna take my spot. They're up and coming. People are following them. People are or whatever. I don't know. I didn't know Hello Starlight then. I didn't know Makeup Mobster then. I didn't know, and but clearly they were getting more and more people's attention that was following Oni as well.
I think, here's my opinion. This is just my opinion. Don't state it as fact. But we know that he allegedly called Mandy for Jay and then told Jay because he told Jay because he was the closest to Jay. He'd known her how many years and he knew she wouldn't say anything right away because well, how are you going to out your friend, right? But
Right.
Jay did not know the specifics of the phone call. And I truly believe in my heart that if she had known the specifics of the phone call, she would have came out a whole lot sooner,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But who's to say that he didn't automatically think he was doing a favor for Marissa and whoever else when he
Yeah.
made those phone calls.
But he
I
couldn't say anything because he knew they wouldn't keep it quiet.
right. He knew
And
they
like
would
and
say
like
something.
Jay said, would you have believed her? Would
Hmm.
anybody have believed her?
Right.
Hell no.
Right.
Nobody would have. Just I'm a I believe that nobody would have believed anybody. I agree with Chaz and Lish and all them. If they would have came out and said anything, nobody would have believed him because Oni was so he was on top.
Well, he was adamant about, I don't want no drama here. I want to just do true crime. But yet he was sitting behind the scenes laughing and getting off on the fear of others. I
Right,
mean, you know, I always said whoever made these phone calls, there's no way that they had children because of the statistics and the details of the phone calls. There's no way a mother could have made those phone calls because of the guns and the children involved.
right.
There's no freaking way. And guess what? He don't have kids. Because I believe firmly, especially as a female, I was spoiled rotten. I was very independent, but I was spoiled rotten. I only thought about myself until I had children. And once you have children, you become a totally different person. You no longer think about yourself. You're no longer selfish. You always put others before
Right,
yourself.
right. I don't have kids. I have nephews that I took care of for 4 years for my sister until I got sick. But they're my kids. Those are my boys, and they'll always be my kids.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to physically have children. You know
right,
what I'm saying? But
I was
it's
working.
it's it's the fact that, he had dogs to call on his call, right?
Right,
Like, really?
it's hurting
Is
my
that all you got?
animals. Tell my
Wow.
animals. I know how I'd call if somebody was hurting my animals. Somebody'd have to call because I'd kill somebody if they hurt my animals. Not literally, but I would. They're my animals. But
What would he have done if the inevitable would have happened on those calls? What would he have done? Would he have felt bad?
I don't think so. I honestly do not think so. He doesn't
I
feel bad.
try to wrap
He doesn't
my
feel
mind
bad about
around it.
anything else. I don't think he has the capability of remorse or empathy. I don't. Some people don't have that. And it's
No, an empath would never have been. And I made this statement on Marissa's live. If he has the anxiety that he claims to have, there's no way in hell that he would have been able to make those calls.
mm-mm. How could it
That
happen?
call, making that call along would have caused anxiety.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. No, I think he's, honestly, if you want my true opinion, I think he's possessed by some kind of spirit that allows him to do these things and not feel any way.
There's something evil in him for sure. Because how do you lay down at night and go to sleep? I wouldn't be able to sleep if I did that to somebody. I would not be able to sleep. I would be so nervous and paranoid that oh my god, what if they actually do find out it was me? I would not be able to lay down and sleep peacefully at night knowing that there's a possibility that
Oh, yeah. Let me
he,
just
he
let
sleeps
me
like this.
point this out real quick. Nary quite contrary. Not true. There are plenty of people out there with children that are still of bad character, regardless of having children or not. I promise you that. I completely agree. I
Hmm.
completely agree. But I also know this community, okay? And the people that were blamed, I know would not have made those phone calls. I knew in my heart that the people that were blamed, that did have kids that were blamed, that were not capable of doing that.
Mm-mm.
In my heart, I knew that somebody within this community, you know, could. had to have not had children. I'm talking about within this community, not general. Yes, there are mothers that do terrible things that just kill their own. I'm not saying that, honey, but I do get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
I think that he enjoyed watching the shit show too. He
Hmm.
enjoyed watching the shit show. I think he's behind all the Barbie troll accounts. I think he was behind all of that because he enjoyed getting that attention because he would go live and be like, stop talking about Barbie. And people, he was the one doing it because, you know, I believe that because, you know, everybody said he's had so many troll accounts. I still want those troll account names. I want those names.
Cass Lynn made a good point. She said, would it be possible for someone that donated to that fake Cash App that you did not receive the money to go back and look at the transaction to see what account name they actually donated to? Sure.
No,
If people can come forward, that would be amazing.
no, because the Cash App name only shows the name that. Well, yeah, I guess they could because he wouldn't have been able to use the exact name I did.
They would go to the URL link that's connected to that Cash App. The link at the top say, like, if you pull up,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Cash App works, so I can't 100% say, but the URL link that's associated with that account, they could pull it up. Go to their transactions and even search through Cash App. Say if they wanted to go to donate to that account again, pull that up, and maybe there's a URL that's linked to that associated account. I would say there is,
Or they can,
unless he already
or they
closed it
can,
out
or they can email me. My email's on my page,
and
and,
verify your Cash App compared to that
and
one. Yeah.
I can tell you the names of people that not like the names they used to
Hmm.
donate to me, and I'm
Okay.
telling you there was 5 people and Oney being one of them.
Okay.
So four, because he personally gave me 25. So I got $100 from other people,
Hmm.
but he personally gave me 25. And I wasn't saying that I would never received any money because I did receive what people actually donated, but what they donated to him is what I did receive. So
Wow.
I wanted to clear that up too because there was a big discrepancy in that, and it's like no, people were donating to his mom's PayPal because they did, excuse me, they didn't want to download the app or they couldn't, or all they had was PayPal, you know? And I don't understand why he said my PayPal link didn't work because people
Well, didn't
used it.
Kim Lowry donate to something that didn't work, and that
Yeah,
was your PayPal?
yeah. And I'm
Okay.
wondering if he gave her the wrong link.
Interesting. I wonder, I could probably get a hold of Kim and see where he sent her that link at.
Well, and I asked her because I talked to her because I talked to Kim.
Uh-huh.
We've talked, and you know, she said, it, I don't think she would remember because it was her idea to do the fundraiser. It wasn't even Oni's. Like she was on that stream that night when I was telling him what was going on with me, and it was her idea. It wasn't even his. So
Hmm.
for him to say it makes me not want to help people, it wasn't even his idea to help me. So let's clarify that. It wasn't even his idea. Kim's the one that said, let's do something to help Pookie. So fuck you, Oni. You don't get to say that. You don't get to say that it was your idea because it was not.
Wow. I don't know the answer to this question, Raquel, but she said her stuff's buffering, but she had a question. How do you know he was a real makeup artist to the stars? We don't really know. We do know that his IMDb is full of all kinds of lies. Um, I don't know. Maybe he does have some truth, mixed with that deception. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't want to call him a liar on that because I don't know the truth, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, he wasn't this or he wasn't that," because I don't know. I can only go by what I do know.
Right.
Do you know Pookie?
I don't. I don't think he was. I mean, the only way I think we'd be able to find that out is to contact the stars themselves. Um,
Go through his IMDb and make phone calls basically to verify.
right. And
Kind of like a job interview. If we'd have to do free background checks on that
right.
stuff.
And who's to say they're even going to remember?
Hmm. Well, I'm sure they have logs and,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
But I mean, who wants to, time is precious. And I, for one, don't want to go and spend all the time doing all that research. I know how research, I get bombarded with tons of research, like videos that I've been working on for months, almost a year, that I still have not done because of all this drama within this community. I can't even do the channel the way I want to do it anymore because keep stuff just keeps happening. And I feel personally that this stuff's a little bit more important than the stuff I want to put out at the moment. Just saying. People's feelings, people's hearts are being messed with, people's families have been messed with. I don't care who you are. All of the peoples that have had calls on them do not deserve any of this, whether I like them or not.
No,
Nobody deserves this crap.
no.
You know, I don't get along with Laura every day of the week, but I will try to help her if I can. I throw jabs at her every once in a while, but she did not deserve to have that phone call made on her. I don't care how much I dislike her. Nobody deserves that crap.
Right. I agree. Everybody just needs to come together and help each other,
Hmm.
through this situation and go back to
This is a
hating
new
each other
year too,
more.
people. Let's come together. It's a new year. Quit trying to use other creators and make people cry. I mean, I just got through watching Marissa's panel from last night,
Mm.
and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I went from Jay's panel to that, and I stayed silent in the chat because I was like, why are we doing this? Like, what's the point? What's the point? What was I missed the beginning of I came into the middle, but it was like I came into the Oney conversation, and it was like, oh my god, why is this still a topic? Like, I get it, it needs to be, but why are we asking the same questions over and over again? I don't think Marissa was involved in any way. I don't think Kim and Barbie knew. I think Jay was the only one he'd ever told because he
Hmm.
didn't trust anybody else.
Right.
He knew Jay for 8 years. He
Hmm.
trusted Jay. And he was trying to kiss Jay's ass before she came out with the whole Mandy call.
And then still, when like Marianne's call was put right in front of his face, he still deflected. Did you hear him? He was chewing and he was like talking in the background and like tried to make it obvious that he was not listening. He was halfway listening. And, I don't even think he spoke on it again. I don't even think he denied it again because, I mean, that was point blank put in front of his face. How could he deny that?
He couldn't speak
And
on it. He was
why
stuttering.
would he get a lawyer? If he even really does have a lawyer.
Probably. If he had a
But
lawyer, he
the
wouldn't be
first thing he
wouldn't
said when he
call
got
her.
on that call with Laura, he said, "By the way, I have a lawyer." Hmm.
Yeah.
That was the first thing he said to her when he got on the call. Meaning, why are you telling somebody that thinks you may have called CPS on her? The first thing that you say when you get on the phone with her is, "Oh, by the way, I have a lawyer." Hmm. Well, you know what? If you have a lawyer and you haven't opened a case, you're not going to be calling somebody. You're not going to speak on the matter.
He may have a public defender.
I don't know what he has, but you're still not going to be calling people talking about it
Right.
if you do have a lawyer, because a lawyer would advise you to not speak on it
Exactly.
because it throws out your case.
Exactly. Exactly. And why did he have a coach? Why was there three people on that call and that person was coaching him on what to say and what not to say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He had to have support
Yeah.
always.
But then he started stuttering. Did you notice at the end of the call he was like
No, I didn't. I guess I didn't hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, he got mad towards the end of the call when Laura was calling him out like, Oni, that is you. That is your voice. That is you. And he got mad and he was like, but anyways, and changed the subject after he was like, and he
Is
was,
that the same part where he was eating and he was like, mm?
yeah,
Okay, so that's all I heard was he was like eating and then he was like, mm, and that's the only part I heard.
oh
Like
yeah,
I don't even know if I heard him deny it.
oh
Or
yeah,
I think he said he's like, I don't know who that is. That's not me.
yeah, and he got
And
mad.
he made the comment like, well, why wouldn't I have used a voice changer? Well, hello. Earlier in the broadcast, I said, hey, because the police, if you use a voice changer, the police can reverse that voice changer and pull up your original voice. That's why you didn't. And she's like, you did use a voice changer and a Louisiana accent, is what she said. I about laughed. I was like, oh my God.
I know.
And, he couldn't say anything about that because that's exactly what he did.
And that's one thing I like about Laura is she is not afraid to just come out with the bam questions like, Oney, that is you. You can't
Mm-hmm.
deny that shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's blunt and hardcore to the point. And she didn't let him slide in that call, and I was glad she didn't.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like, why are you? That's why I didn't understand why he was calling her because he knows that's how she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did he think she was
He
not?
was trying to gaslight her, like I said from the beginning of this broadcast. I said she was on his tail. At least he thought maybe, oh, what if she thinks I was? Just like the 3:30 a.m. call. Oh, by the way, it wasn't me. Just like I was on to him. And he wanted to tell me the same thing. Oh, I respect you. I respect you. Deflecting that, trying to make me like him to where I wouldn't think he was capable of doing anything. It's exactly the same thing he was trying to do to Laura because he thought Laura was onto his tail.
But
Oh, by saying, I respect you, I like you, blah, 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 blah. That's the way a gaslighter works.
he wasn't just gaslighting her. He was gaslighting everybody because
Hmm.
guess what? He was not the topic of conversation anymore.
Right.
Nobody was talking about it. Everybody was tired of hearing about it.
Hmm.
So he had to get back because he knew Laura was going to make content of it. He knew that was going to happen.
And he knew Laura would record it and he knew she would play it.
Right.
I
So
think he likes all this attention, guys, and that's why I
absolutely,
haven't spoke on this very much. And I
absolutely.
had to say something because I was like, he told me the same exact thing. I was like, are you kidding me? Because why? Because I was on his trail. I was hot on his trail. So he called me and wanted to make sure that he respected me. Out of all the YouTubers, he respected me and that I knew the truth. I'm thinking, he made that comment to me and he was like, because you're the only one that knows the truth. And I'm thinking to myself, really? I'm the only one that knows the truth. What did he mean by that exactly? And
Right.
I still to this day think, what did he think the truth that I knew? No, I was on to him the whole time.
Well, and for him to say he doesn't listen to any of the lives or any of Jay's lives, I I wish I don't think I have them anymore. I think I deleted them. I deleted all his texts because I was just like, ugh. But he sent me screenshots of me commenting on Jay's lives
And why did he do that?
because he was like, if you hate me, I understand. And it's like, it's not that I hate you. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But he sent me screenshots of me commenting in John's live and in Jay's live.
I don't understand why he would have needed to send you comments that you knew you made. What, to let you know that he was watching you?
Right. But then after that, my account was hacked. Or there was a troll account or something, but my passwords were changed. I did go into my YouTube and my Google and change my passwords.
What account was hacked? And when
My
was this?
my Google and my YouTube.
Okay.
Right before that was brought to my attention. Somebody else was going and comment in chats and saying other stuff.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Right after he sent you screenshots, your stuff was hacked.
Right before he sent me the screenshots, my stuff was hacked because there was stuff in there. I was like, I didn't say that. I wasn't even there for that
How do you know it was before and not
because
after?
he sent me the screenshots. So I was
He's
like,
okay, so he sent you screenshots of stuff you didn't say?
yeah,
Interesting. When was the last time he sent you something with an attachment before that?
mm,
During
never,
all this stuff?
never,
An email?
nope, nope.
Weird.
And then he contacted me on Facebook and sent me that message on Facebook, and I blocked him. I never responded. I don't know if you've seen that screenshot on Jay's live.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
But he contacted me on Facebook and basically was saying the same thing he said about me on Laura's call, was that I needed to take it up with Kim if I didn't get my money. Da, 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 da.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He was sending you screenshots of
Mhm.
comments you made on Jay and John's live, but you didn't make those.
No, I did make. I made the comment on Jay's live and I made the comment on John's live, but there was other comments in those lives that I did not make. I had left.
So he probably just made a troll. I wouldn't say your account was hacked. There was probably a troll account that was commenting
I
too.
don't know. I don't know. I don't like. I just went ahead and changed all my passwords because I was like, I'm not taking a chance.
Right, you don't want to take that chance.
I know this guy is good. I'm not taking that.
Right. I would say he made a troll account. I wouldn't say your account was hacked because if he hadn't sent you anything and you didn't click on those attachments, then he couldn't have hacked your stuff.
Right? No, hell no. I don't ever click attachments that people send me.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Did not to get off the subject, but do you follow the Cab 7 thing?
I haven't been lately. No, I know that he said something about he's now been caught. The cops have now been called what 10 times on him.
Well, he did a live tonight where they called again and dispatch called him and told him, but the person messed up and used their real voice this time. And
No,
it was a male.
and
And he's in the process of getting, he's got to get the call. He's got to go through whoever to get the call. But yeah, so they messed up. They called twice tonight, he said. And
wow,
they said the person was laughing in the phone.
wow,
Yeah, so
bless his heart.
he's one step closer to finding out who's doing this to him.
Well, I mean, I know that Oney was endorsing his channel, but honestly, I don't think Oney's the one that was calling on him. For the simple fact is, there was a lot of troll accounts when he was on Marissa's panel that came in against him that were
Right.
saying some malicious
As
things.
soon as he hit the panel, they started, and I emailed him and I was like, have you had your computer checked? Are you sure there's not some sort of malware or virus on your computer? Because there was not any trolls in there until you hit the panel. As soon as you hit the panel, that chat was bombarded with hate.
Hmm.
That there's no way they can just follow this person and see where he's live on a panel. Molly didn't put him in anything.
Yeah, Marissa did not forewarn that he was going to jump in. She didn't even know he was going to come on.
Right.
So,
So he emails me back and says he doesn't believe in antivirus.
oh no.
So I'm like, man, and I just let it go. I was like, you really need to. I told him you need to take your computer to a computer repair shop and have it checked.
Hmm.
And he was like, I don't believe in that. That's how they get your money. Da, da, da. And I'm like,
He needs to have a VPN or something.
right. But
I mean, there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. Cab 7, if you're listening, you need to get a VPN. There's free VPNs out there.
right. And I felt so bad for him because I was like, it's not. I'm not telling you to get antivirus. I'm telling you need to go have your computer checked for a virus. Something's going on because there's no way those people knew you were on that panel that fast. There's no way. And it just don't make sense. So that was my suggestion. He took it for what he wanted to, and that's fine. I just wanted to throw that out there for him. I hope that he catches the people that are doing this. I really do, because nobody deserves that kind of hate that him and Green Bay Wacky are getting. Nobody deserves that kind of treatment or hate.
Right.
I wouldn't wish that on Tony himself.
Well, he seems like such a genuine person, too. You know, one of the times he got swatted, he came back to his chair and he was like, pray for your enemies. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. You know, um, I don't consider Oney an enemy, personally, but I still pray for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I pray for him more than I pray for anybody.
Yeah.
And Cab 7 did a little dance. He was so happy tonight that he had that small break in his case. He got up and did a little dance on his live. And
Hmm.
I felt so happy for him because I was like, finally, you get a little bit of peace.
Well, I hope they realize the more that they call, that's just more charges that are going to be brought on them for every call. Somebody was convicted of swatting, and it is called swatting. Swatting is a false police call. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that is. And I think one person for one call received 20 years
Yep.
for one call. So just, keep that in mind, people. And the police are catching on and they're getting more um what's the word I need? They are cracking down on this kind of stuff.
Right. But
You
the
know.
sad part about it is they're also becoming more aware, and they're not taking stuff as serious as they should sometimes. Like, what if there really is something happening and that person is getting swatted and they call and say da 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 da? The police, are they gonna believe them? Are they gonna? They have, they're starting to not believe people when actual calls are coming in that something's happening. What if Cab 7 really did need the police? Something really was going on. Are they gonna believe him? Now they call him before they call his phone, before they even show up and say, "We got another call. Is everything okay?"
Mhm.
What if he can't answer the phone and they just say, "Well, he's probably live."
Right. What if not everybody has that relationship with their police department to where they do that?
Right. What if they just stop caring and stop coming and something really is wrong and something does
Hmm.
happen to something? It
Hmm.
works both ways.
Right.
It's a double-edged sword.
Hmm.
Do you believe them or don't you? And then they're mad, and I feel bad. I have law enforcement family members that they get mad because it's like, you're wasting my time. I could have been over here saving someone's life instead I'm over here doing something that doesn't even there's nothing wrong. There's somebody in another state or another country that's bored or doesn't like this person, so they're wasting our time. And it just messes with the system, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Because what if somebody was in a car accident and all the police force is over here dealing with a swatting call? They're taking less time for people that were in that car accident to get help. Not saying that because EMS and all that has to show up. You know, what if
Hmm.
it's just sad? It's a sad world we live in nowadays that people are that sick.
Oh yeah, there's more hate than good,
Hmm.
or more bad than good. Yeah, most
And if you
definitely.
do good, people hate you.
Right. Hmm.
If you're,
There'll always be haters no matter what you do.
oh, I've been hated on my whole life. I'm used to it. I'm
Hmm.
used to it. So, I wasn't surprised, like when I did get on Vanel, that I got hate, but it was just at the same time, I was so mentally and emotionally just drained that I didn't need it. That's why I was like, you know what? I don't think this is for me right now because I can't deal with that. Like, I have to worry about my health, but it's like at the same time, it's healthy for me to have a way to get this out.
Hmm.
It helps me to let people know, this is what's going on. This is what happened to me. This is my story.
Hmm.
You know, this is someone else's story. This if this makes people that didn't want to come out and say, but he did this to me too. I can be that voice for people who are scared to talk, are scared to, because people are scared of him. I'm not scared of him. I'm not. I have nothing to be scared of. I've been through it all. What's there to be scared of? Sorry, my dog's barking.
You're fine.
You know, but there are other people who have a lot to lose who are scared, that don't want to come out, you know, and it's like, I will be more than happy to get on a platform and say, this is what happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to others because I
Hmm.
know it just, and that's why it was like, well, Brittany Shank's mom, Bridget, da 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 da. And it's like, who else?
Well, as far as the Brittany Shanks thing, what he did is he took advantage of a very serious situation.
And
That
profited
I
off
don't
it.
know how low you can go, but that was pretty freaking low.
Not only was he profiting off the YouTube videos, but he was also profiting off the fucking GoFundMe.
Uh
That's
huh.
sickening.
And no telling how many GoFundMe's are out there that are false that are in his name. Not saying he has any, just saying there
Right,
could be.
right,
There's lots of there's lots of GoFundMe's out there that are fake. I won't personally donate to another GoFundMe because the last GoFundMe I donated to, it was somebody within a different community, and they were doing a GoFundMe for another YouTuber that their dad died. And the person that set up the GoFundMe was out of, I believe it was Australia. I donated. Well, I kept getting this error on the screen. I'd never had a problem with GoFundMe before. So what did I do? I donated again. I kept getting this error. Well, eventually my bank called me. The fraud department of my bank called me. By the time the operator, there was an automated operator, and I think I donated 5 different times, but only one transaction, so one amount. The automated system said there was like 17, not five, 17 different amounts. By the time I talked to the actual operator on the bank line, there was 32 donations, different amounts. I was like, "Are you kidding me? No, I don't want any of them to go through. Get me a new card." No, no, no. I didn't authorize those. So,
yeah, it's scary.
mhm,
Cinderella said she wants me to make a video explaining this to people. I'm new to this. I still am trying to figure out how to make videos. But I have gone on a couple of panels and explained this. I've gone on what's the 411 with Jay. I've gone on Diane's panel. I've gone on Marsha White Sharky's channel. Um, so people do know what's going on, um, but that's not going to stop the hate. They're still going to come for me because that's what they do. You know, people are going to hate because I'm getting attention, and I'm not. You know, so what? Everybody's getting it. That's what everybody comes to YouTube for, is to get attention. It's to be heard. It's to do what you do. And you know, I have videos on my phone on my channel, but
what
they're
do you
like,
use? Do you have a laptop or a computer?
I have a laptop,
Okay.
but I don't have any kind of software right now, and I'm
I
still
would advise for you to go Google Windows 12 Essentials. And within Windows 12 Essentials, and you can find it through c.net. Okay, go to that website,
mhm,
Windows 12 Essentials. It has Movie Maker on there. Now, Movie Maker is no longer available, but C.net has it. And Windows Movie Maker is very, very easy to use, but it's only through Windows 12 Essentials. It is free.
okay,
Very, very easy to use. That's what I recommend you use.
okay,
Go to
that'll,
c.net, find Windows 12 Essentials,
okay.
and go from there. Very, 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 very easy to use.
I was doing it like the videos I do from my phone, like, and they're just of my lava lamp because that's my like when I'm super stressed and having this like anxiety. That's what I do. I turn my lava lamp on and I just gaze at it, you know, because it's
Mm-hmm.
relaxing. It's something that just calms me down. So I make little relaxing, come relax with me videos, you know.
And also, too, the longer you make videos, the longer you're on here, and trust me from experience, uh, the trolls and the haters do get to you, but after a while, you get used to it and you don't let it affect you as much. Trust me. Been there, done that. The longer you're on here, the less it will get to you.
Right. And
Okay?
they it really the only reason why it really got to me the most is because it was about the only thing.
Uh
Like
huh.
I don't care. I've been hated on my whole life for different things, you know. I don't care. Hate me all you want. Please let me rent that space for free in your mind. I don't care. Come for me. Like, don't come for me, but you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's not going to stop me. But what stopped me was because it was about something that did happen to me. And I was made to feel like, am I really a victim? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't swatted. So I second guessed it. I'm like, I'm not really a victim. I didn't.
Well, you were made to feel like you were just money hungry, and that was not the thing at all. It's the general purpose of the thing. You are a victim.
Right. And it was like, if I was money hungry, don't you think I'd have been here a long time ago?
Right.
I mean, there's people out there, not gonna throw any shade and say any names, but I know for other channels have faked stuff. It's like I I lost everything. I lost everything. I've worked since I was 16 years old, and I
Me
am
too. Yeah.
37, and
Hmm.
I lost everything in a matter of months.
I understand.
So no, I wasn't.
I went from working, I left my job of a bank of 6 years, went to a better paying job, was everything I could have imagined that I wanted in a job. It was research, it was finding things, it was 5 minutes away from a house we just built. I could wear whatever I want. It was Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. And my health deteriorated to where I couldn't work anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks. It sucks.
and it happened so fast.
Yeah.
It happened so fast, and it was just like, 2019 was probably one of the worst years of my life, and I've been through some stuff. You know, been through,
Bless your heart.
and for the stuff that I had went through previously, like, I had a miscarriage. I lost my
Oh,
husband.
honey,
I lost my dad 3 weeks before I had a miscarriage.
I'm
So I
so
dealt with all of
sorry.
that. When I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I dealt with all of that. And that was a dark time.
Oh,
But
wow.
then I got better, and but then this happened. And I think this was the most darkest time of my life. Like, even more than that, and it was like, you bounce back, but your health, it takes a toll on it. And it's like, every day I'm grateful I open my eyes. I'm grateful every day I open my eyes.
Well, you have people that love and support you, just like, what was it? Neptune Blue said something a minute ago. Says you have every right to come forward and tell your story. Remember, you have a lot more love and support. And if you need any help, I can try my best to help you. You know, um, I think highly of you. And, you do have the uh, the sense of humor and the ability to go somewhere here. Okay. And I'm not just saying that because you're on my panel. You know, I've been on a panel with you. I know how you can be. You need to be able to get to a point to where you can put all that behind you, not let it affect you, and just go on because you will have more support than you will have haters.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I'm trying. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I'm trying. I'm just like at a point now where it's like, when I do hit that go live button, I'm just like, is anybody gonna show up? And then sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And it's like, then when they do show up, it's like they're, hey, hey, and I'm like, hey, and then, but it's like, no, there's no, there is question, there's no question. You know what I mean? It's like, I watch Katie, and it's like, how the heck? I used to be like that. I used to be able to go into a bar and just, you know, have a conversation with anybody,
Right.
and be like the light of the party. And then I have my times where I'm just like, no, not fucking with people today. Not messing with nobody today. Just leave me alone. But it's like, once I get over my shyness, and I start having people to talk, and like, not really people to talk to, but interaction, I think I'll be good. It's just, I need that interaction. But I never know when to go live, because I don't want to take people away from whatever everybody. But then again, I'm like, well, okay, I let people be live for a while, and I'm like, well, I'll try. And I'm still new, so people don't really know who I am. They just,
Well, Lucy's World, if you can put Pookie's link back in the chat for me, and I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast, and it's almost an hour and a half long. I don't like to make them too long. But thanks so much, Pookie, for coming on here and sharing with me, so that if anything, my audience can also hear of what you've been through and can kind of put two and two together as far as this stuff goes.
well, thank
Uh,
you for having me, and thank
oh,
you for
no
letting me get up
problem.
here and
Yeah,
clarify a couple of misconceptions that are being said. Because, I
yeah,
mean,
most definitely.
but Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. And yeah, Lucy, if you can put the Pookie's link, and please sub to Pookie, and you will overcome this, honey. You will have a lot of people that love you and support you. You're hilarious. You're beautiful inside and out. So don't worry about it. And hopefully, everybody that has been a victim will see some kind of resolution and get some kind of justice from all this. I appreciate everybody. I'm not going to go through and do shout outs. It's going to take me forever. There's your link, Pookie. Please, everybody, go like, subscribe, and hopefully, Pookie, I can help you and we can get you going to making videos, and you can put your story out there, okay, honey, and
Okay.
other things. Much love, you guys. Appreciate you all. Have a
Thank
blessed
you.
night. You're
Bye.
welcome, hon. Bye.